Hello, this is BlueStar, Defender of Equestria, and this is my Afterthought review of Slice of Life. Yeah, this was certainly a very interesting episode, and a most unexpected one, I have to say. I expected them to do something pretty cool for the 100th episode of the show, but I really didn't expect that. But it was pretty cool, and I really liked it. I do have to say that, the 6-year-olds might be a little confused by this episode and saying, why are they doing this? But even so, this was still a fun, interesting episode, and even if you were completely unaware of all the Brody's headcanons and what have you of all the background ponies, this was still a fun, interesting episode. I mean, there still were a few cultural references that were lost on me, like the bowling ponies. It's like, I've never heard of that movie before, so I don't understand what's going on there. But otherwise, there was a lot of cool, fun things going on. A lot of things were canonized, like Dr. Hooves is, in fact, actually, based off of Doctor Who, and he does time travel. Well, at least he talks about time travel. Derpy got to speak, and she got more than just one speaking line. She got a whole bunch of lines in this episode. Yo-ho, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, this whole episode was pretty interesting, and to say the least, is like, again, a lot of things were just simply canonized. Although, to some people this will be good, and to some people it'll be really bad. It's like, yay, my headcanon's been confirmed, or, oh, my headcanon's been totally decimated, no! But there were a lot of fun things here. I mean, certainly, I could make a whole focus on video on all of those things, which I probably won't do. Oh, dear. I'm just running out of time here, I tell you, and, I've spent the last week repairing my armor after that bugbear attack. Oh, dear. Just appears that weddings attract a lot of unexpected attention. Particularly violent attention, I have to say, as well. Oh, I have to comment on this as well as, like, the changeling. Yeah, I'm bouncing around a lot. I'm probably going to do that a lot in this one, because there was just simply a lot to discuss. But anyway, going back to the changeling, I'm so sorry, Equestria. I thought he was invited. Because other than the scaring the kids, I figured, if every pony saw a changeling here, they'd be freaking out. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a changeling! Ah! I honestly don't know why that changeling's there. Who knows? Maybe it opens up a lot of interesting possibilities, but the only thing I do know is that there's a reason why this changeling's here. I just don't know what it is. But maybe we will find out soon enough. At least, I hope so anyway. But anyway, moving on from that, this was just simply a really fun, entertaining episode, and it was an unexpected episode, and I just liked it. It was really good. I mean, watching it a second time, a little not so much, because the surprise and the oh my gosh factor is kind of sort of worn off at this moment, and it's like, I know what's coming. Yeah, like when Vital Scratch first walked into Octavia's house, well, I guess it's both their house, I was almost thinking, hey, wait, what are you doing in her house? I didn't realize that, this is actually their shared house, and it's split in two. That just seems really weird. That kind of reminds me of Fraggle Rock with Red and Moki, who are roommates, where Red is basically this super athletic, adventurous I was gonna say pony, Fraggle in this case, and Moki is this, kind of calm, flower child, almost hippie kind of Fraggle, and they're roommates! In the real world, that wouldn't work out very well. Because in one of the DVD commentaries, they said they're pretty much the worst candidates for being roommates because they're so different, but that opened up such possibilities for storytelling. And it's like sort of I was gonna say disco, but I don't know, electronic music versus, classic bass violin. It's like, wow, I don't think you could get too more different than that. And even they've realized this to the point of like, it's like, I have one half of the house and you have the other half of the house. That was certainly interesting. Unexpected in a way, but interesting. And and of course, Lyra and Bon Bon. It's like, I like that. I'm gonna say this and get this out of the way. I know some people are disappointed that they're just friends. But let's face it, this is a show for 6-year-old girls. They're not gonna ship 2 female characters. Sorry. And I don't have a problem with that. And I'm just gonna end that there before this goes into shall we say, difficult territory. But anyway, why can't they be friends? It's like, was that so bad? I like the fact that they're friends, and it's so nice, and it's like, you mean our friendship was nothing? Oh no! It's like, no, it was real and everything. I like that. That was so nice and so touching. Yeah, Bon Bon as a secret agent. Wow, didn't see that one coming. I have to say, this whole idea of there being a quote-unquote Black Ops sort of monster division in Canterlot really opens up some interesting possibilities, in a way reaffirms my own personal headcanon for Blue Star, which I'll probably discuss in a future video, but certainly not here. But anyway, it was certainly unexpected, but was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that. That was cool. Oh dear, there's just so much in this episode. There was a lot in it, and so many surprises. But I do have to say, after watching it a second time, those surprises in a way have kind of worn off a little bit. But even so, this is still a really great episode. It was really fun. It was definitely a very good thing for DHX and Hasbro and Team My Little Pony to do for the Brodies, because this is clearly for the Brodies. There's no denying it this time. There's absolutely no denying it. It's definitely aimed right at the Brodies. Which I do have to say does pose the question, well, if they don't read, the Brodies fan works and all those things, and how did they know about these things? But oh dear. But anyway, yeah, I did like it, and I do have to comment something on one of sasamichan's review, is that, are they doing all this so that they could have the possibility of the background ponies coming in future episodes and having more speaking roles? Interesting thought. Possibly, and I think probably very possibly. I mean, we've seen over the course of the show is that the background ponies are getting more involved. They get speaking lines. Another interesting thing that I want to comment on is that not only have there been more background ponies, but a lot of them have been more mixed. In the very beginning of the show, it was almost exclusively female characters. Even in the background, now there's a lot more male characters and just characters from all trots of life and everything, and I like that. That's cool, and I really enjoyed that, and I think it's just so awesome. Ponyville is just such a beautiful, touching place. It's like, oh. But anyway, yeah, moving on. This was just a really fun, interesting episode, and it was cool to have a change of perspective and look at this from a different way, because that was the other funny thing about this. The main six were basically thrown to the curb, quote unquote. Not quite thrown to the curb, but basically, sorry, main six, you're not really allowed to participate in this episode. It's like, go fight your monster and everything, but we're gonna go talk with the background ponies. It's like, good luck, but we're gonna go and focus on this wedding and everything, which I do feel is kind of strange. It's like, wouldn't you be worried that this monster is attacking your town and everything? But, oh well, don't worry, the main six will go take care of it and everything will be fine in a half an hour. That was great. Again, this is clearly, they're breaking the fourth wall a lot here, and they're basically saying these things almost directly to the Brodies, and just having some fun. That's the other thing I kind of want to comment on this episode, is that this is definitely not a difficult, hard episode by any stretch of the imagination. This is definitely a fun episode. I almost want to think a sub-theme of this episode is to just relax a little bit and just enjoy and have fun with the show. This is definitely an episode to just enjoy and have fun with and everything. It's definitely just a good time. This is like a giant party or something for the for everyone. Rambling on and my brain is malfunctioning. Again, there's just so many things to comment on here, but I think maybe one more. It's like Luna and Celestia. That was just so nice. And yeah, the moment where they hold hooves and everything. Oh, that was nice. But of course, the really good part was the part beforehand where basically it's like they're arguing as sisters. It's like, this is, I think, the first time in the history of the show that they're just allowed to be sisters. They're not princesses. They're not these big royal important figures. They're just two sisters in a room having a everyday argument. I mean, that's really nice. I like that. It's like, they're ponies too, I tell you. On sort of a similar note, boss, I mean, in shining armor, why are you crying? I like that, even big tough guys can cry at weddings and everything, and I like that. And that was great. That was so much fun. There was just so many things here, and it's just great. It's not an episode particularly that I might watch a lot, but it's definitely an episode I would go back and watch for fun, or just to lighten up and just have some fun. I like it. And it does do everything that it's trying to do without breaking the sort of, in a way, the everyday status of the show, if you will, or the bigger picture or anything like that. I mean, it is one of these where you stop and sort of focus on a specific thing. But it doesn't break the format of the show or anything. It does everything well and succeeds in what it's trying to do. And it was just a really fun, cool, and I don't really know if I want to use the word love letter, but definitely a big shout out and thank you to the Brodies. This is definitely almost in a way, a thank you to the Brodies for being with us for this long, in a way. It's like, we do appreciate your support, and we're just so glad that you are a part of this and everything. I like that. That was just so nice. It is just an amazing thing. It's like, how the story of this one show brought all these different people from all these walks of life together, and I just like that. That scene was touching too. It's like, oh, this was just a fun, cool episode, and I really enjoyed it. Oh no, I think I have no choice but to end this video now. My target sense is telling me that the bugbear has returned. Oh no, it's like I just fixed my armor. Oh. So, duty calls, it's time to go defend Equestria! But don't worry, I'm prepared for just such an occasion, and I have someone who might be able to share some final thoughts on this episode. So this is Blue Star! Wish me luck as I'm going in! And as always, stay strong, and pony on! Blue Star out! This is Spartan 117, Master Chief. And I think I want to share one last thing with you before this video concludes. Many people look at me as the one who won the Covenant War, but of course, I did not do it alone. Without the aid of all of these brave men and women who fought alongside of me, I would not have been able to achieve victory, because no one can win a war on their own. And besides that, without these people, there would be nothing worth fighting for. We would be fighting for nothing but empty buildings and empty planets. It is their stories and their lives that are worth fighting for. Just as the mayor says, they are the heroes, or the main characters of their own stories. They all have things that have happened to them that are unique or interesting to them. And without them, our world would be empty and pointless. And I simply wish for you to remember that it is not just simply the main characters that matter, but sometimes it's those that they are fighting to protect that can be the most interesting and the most fulfilling of all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting. Time for me to go back to my universe, and time for all of us to hopefully finish our own stories. This is Spartan 117, Master Chief, signing off.